Welcome to this tutorial where we are going to be making this triple heart ring. We are going to be using a 20 gauge silver plated copper wire for the ring, and then we need a ring mandrel, and you can choose whatever size you want. I'm using a size 6. We also will be using a metal file, or you can use a nail file. For pliers, we will be using the nylon jaw pliers, we have our wire cutters, then we will be using chain nose pliers as well as our round nose pliers. Pulling out a length of wire, we're going to smooth it down with the nylon jaw pliers. Then using the file, we want to smooth and round over the end of the wire. Then using our round nose pliers, we are going to start creating the shape of the heart. Placing the very tip of the wire into the pliers, we're going to curve it over and create a loop in the wire. Then placing our pliers underneath that loop, we are going to bend the wire up and create the point of the heart. Placing the loop back onto the pliers, we are going to keep our finger there and then place the wire back onto the pliers so that we can create a loop that is exactly the same size as the first one. Bending the wire over, we are then going to create a second loop to create the other half of the heart. Using the pliers and your fingers, adjust the wire until the heart is symmetrical. Now we are going to create the point of the second heart by placing our pliers on the long end of the wire right next to the point of the first heart. Bringing the long end of the wire up towards the top of the heart, we are going to overbend it to create a sharp angle in the wire. To create the loop in the same size as the other heart, I'm going to use my finger, but you could also use a piece of tape to mark that spot on the pliers so it's easier to bend the wire and have your loops all turn out the same size. Notice that when I created this second loop for the second heart, I brought the long end of the wire up and over the first heart. Wrapping the wire over the top of the heart helps define that heart shape a little bit better. And then we are going to create the third and final heart in the same manner as the other two. Creating the point of the heart by bending the wire with our pliers and then overbending it to create a sharper angle, and then placing the wire back into the pliers to create a loop that is the same size as the other. To complete the heart, we are going to loop the wire underneath the other hearts. Then, after you have adjusted the hearts and you're happy with the shape, I like to take the nylon jaw pliers to press down the hearts and tighten the wire together. Next, we are going to create the band of the ring. So placing the wire onto the ring mandrel, we're going to take the long end of the wire and wrap it around the mandrel. Holding the wire tightly and firmly on the ring mandrel so that we have it in the correct size, we are then going to take our wire cutters and snip off the wire, leaving a little extra so that we have enough to bend the wire over. At this point, we have two options for finishing off the ring. What I'm going to do is use my round nose pliers to create a hook at the very end of the wire. We want this hook to be small but big enough to fit over another wire. And then I'm going to place this hook through the first loop of the first heart that we created. Now, like I said, we have two options. So the other option is to not place this hook into the heart, and we could just take our chain nose pliers and pinch that hook closed, and then the ring would be adjustable. But for this particular ring, I'm going to place that hook into the loop of the first heart, and then we're going to take our chain nose pliers and tighten and secure that loop onto the heart. After we have pinched that wire closed, if we need to, we can file down the end of wire and then pop it back on the ring mandrel to make sure that it is in a circular shape. And now you have completed the triple heart ring. Thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed creating this ring with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.